All right, it's game two. Bottom left, we got Desrow, the orange Protoss player. He's currently up 1-0 against Machine, the Zerg player in the pink in the top right-hand location. And again, game one was just all-in 7-gate build, or I think it was 8-gate build from Desrow. Just put a bunch of gates on the ground, chrono boost the heck out of his warp gate tech, and then it hit really fast into third base of his opponent. Machine was completely caught off guard. I guess he thought his opponent was preparing to take a third or something because he was droning incredibly. He was droning a lot. He didn't have a lot of units prepared, and it's tricky because you could say, okay, scout it and then start making units. But if you scout it, if you start making units too early, you're not going to have the economy to continue making the units you need. Because the Protoss, they're going to have the same probe count. They don't need to add anything to it, and they'll just keep churning out the warp gates, churning out the units, the Zerglings and Roaches. And as a Zerg player, or sorry, the Zealots, Stalkers, and Sentries, and as a Zerg player, like, you have to get your economy where you can actually do that at the same rate as your opponent. So even if you see the push coming, like, don't be fooled into thinking, okay, I got to start making units. You got to get your drone count up so that you can get to the point where, okay, you can make nothing but units for the rest of the game and keep up with your Protoss opponent's production. Now, the important thing is, I think, you got to have spines down. Like, once you see something like that, you got to put at least 4 spines down. It'll help a bunch. Or just, like, sacrifice your third, but keep all your drones alive. But we'll see what happens this game. I don't think Machine is down and out. Like, that's one of those games last game where it just comes down to 1 or 2 decisions, and you can be right back into the game. So I expect Machine to be a little bit more on top of his scouting.
Oh, now we need to talk about something very important here from Machine. He took a gas first. He's about to have his 100 gas, so right before he hasn't even started to third base yet. So he's going to be doing some form of aggressive speedling opener. We might even see a bailing bus, seeing as he is still mining gas with 2 guys in it. So he whoa!
Can Desrow scout this really easily? I don't understand.
Yes, he can. He's got a probe in the main base. This is crazy. We have a very fast layer here from Machine.
So call me maybe. Sorry.
Oh man. I don't know.
Oh, wow, the probe got killed. That's actually a really big deal. Hold on, did you see the layer?
I don't think so.
Wow, that's a really big deal.
I mean, I want to say it's a Mutalisk because it's not Cats or Destiny, so it wouldn't be 2-base Infestor.
He's pulling some drones with this. Cannon is done, though. But there's no unit blocking the entry.
What is Machine wanting to accomplish with this push?
I don't know.
Now there's a probe at the third base for Desrow.
Oh, is this a spine? Oh, this is a spine rush. He's going to drop creep with the Overlords and build spines.
Oh, that is so cool. You are completely right. Yep, there goes the creep dropping. Spine crawlers in production. We have 1 on the way. A second one should be queued up very soon as more creep gets placed down. I mean, Desrow has scouted this at this point. I mean, what do? You mean, you gotta throw down more cannons. It's almost necessary.
Stargate? You got a Stargate right after Cyber? I mean...
Yeah, Stargate would definitely be the smart choice.
Like, I don't know what you do. We also have a Baneling nest on the way. Maybe go back to 1 keep making probes for sure. Like, he's adding on a second cannon. I don't know, man. Well, we'll see what Desrow does, because, you know, this isn't a build I see every day. I don't know the perfect way to respond to it. He has a cannon on the high ground. That's definitely a good thing. Eventually, Machine's going to have to move forward these spines, but he's not going to be able to because of the cannon. So, does Machine just give up? Just leave the spines there and keep his opponent contained on 2 bases? Is that a good thing for Desrow? I don't know, but we have Banelings in the way, and that's when things are going to get really scary.
Oh, well, if he lifts up his spine crawlers and puts them down in right positions, he should be able to take out cannons.
Yeah.
And with the Banelings, I mean, I think that, I mean, Desrow is trying to go Stargate like we said. That's smart.
Yeah.
But I think he might just lose right now. The Banelings mixing is so smart, being able to take them down, the cannons down.
Yeah. And so he's going to attack with the Banelings and Lings right when he moves forward the spines, I imagine. There he goes. Spines moving forward, the Lings and Banelings as well. Banelings trying to find something to explode into. Choose the cannons. The cannons melt extremely fast. And now Desrow has nothing to defend against this these spines and these Lings running around his main base. The Stargate only about 80% of the way done. I don't even know if he'll be able to get a unit out in time. Cannon on the high ground is dead. Yeah. Only pylons remain. I think Desrow's dead, man.
Yeah, I don't see him living right now. These spine crawlers are still going to be able to take out these pylons. He has an up. Yeah, there's GG. Wow, very well played there from Machine. I mean, you have to throw down more cannons. The Banelings mixed in though was so smart. I mean, Machine, if he would have known Banelings were coming, you spread out your cannons a little better. You kind of treat it like you were a Terran player against a Baneling, but you spread out your bunkers far enough. But I mean, that was cool.
Yeah, it's definitely a good build. I mean, Stargate is like, I think is pretty necessary.
Oh yeah,
but got a little bit too late. Maybe get that right after the Cyber Core.
I
But,
mean, if you scout,
Gotta
like,
scout the layer.
yeah.
Like,
He never got the scout with the probe. He was just trying to be sneaky with that probe. It got taken out. That was the key moment in that game, definitely. Was
yeah,
him
I
losing
mean,
that
because if you
probe.
see the layer, like, what else is it gonna be? I mean, now that I think about it, it's one base layer, the fastest layer ever.
Yeah.
And you know, it could have been a situation where if his probe was still alive, you could have seen the drones running across the map too, and then he's like, oh, well, he's not gonna attack me with things and drones. That's just dumb. These are gonna be spines. And then you're like, okay, let's make sure we get the Stargate down ASAP. Let's get the cannons down.